Here we go. Alright, so for those of you listening, watching, whatever, watching this after the fact, here's the current radar for Connecticut, KO, KX, and we've had a changeover to kind of a sleet for a little bit. Now we're getting snow again. Sorry, the color palette kind of sucks. I don't like the snow color palette, honestly, but it lets you see where the rain line essentially is. It's going to be somewhere in here anyway, where you see that red. There's where my house is. It's pretty much exactly where it is too, so if you're trying to stalk me or something, you can really figure out where I live. We're getting some heavier snow, it looks like, in just a little bit. Should put another half an inch maybe on the ground, maybe something like that. That's a 0.5 degree tilt though. Let's take a look at the 0.9 degree tilt. And too bad I can't do live composite. That would be nice. The storm motion vector, it's moving at 79.4 knots northeast, 80 knots northeast. So the way it's tracking now is better, basically. We basically have a cell here too. It's only 39 dBz, but it is moving northeast, and it's on track to hit Naugatuck. There it is at 0.9. Let's go up to 1.3. Let's go up to 1.3 degree tilt. I swear, some people talk so loudly. You know, it's like we got coming from New City. Here's a cell. Sorry, I'm getting a little cranky, to say the least, right now. But I'm going to turn off the national radar and put on the one that's called MRMS. That's multi-radar, multi-sensor radar. Turn off real-time lightning, because I doubt we have lightning with this storm. Kind of doubt it. Alright, there it is. There's composite reflectivity. We got to get some better color palettes in here, though, for p-typing. I don't like that ugly orange sleet one. See what I'm talking about? So for sleet, just give me that kind of blue. That's fine. So now, at this time, freezing rain is the pink. The darker blue is sleet, and the lighter blue is snow. I like that better anyway. You know, it's a matter of what you like and what shows up okay on your TV screen. So it always looks different from the laptop I'm using here. Okay, going back to a base tilt. Yeah, I'm just going to change it over to, by the way, here's the hydrometer classification with a little time loop. Take it off storm cell tracking mode for a second there. Here it is with a loop. Should be on a loop. 0.5 degree tilt HCA. Here's a hybrid scan HCA anyway, if I can't get that one to work. Turn off the MRMS. That was stopping it from animating. There we go. This shows, you know, basically this nice light blue you see is snow. The green is oh man, it's some mixed stuff. Like I know that pink is a more frozen precipitation that's other than snow. It's going to be like a freezing rain. The green I'm honestly not sure on, and I don't think I've ever seen it before. The yellow I've also never seen. If any viewers of this happen to know, just tell me. I'm kind of curious now. And as I change this, I'm kind of just going up in tilt. That's a 1.4 degree tilt you're seeing here. Here's a 1.8 degree. What that affects is the altitude you're looking at. As you get further out from that, where you see it says KOKX there, that's the radar station. As you get to where I have my home marked here, on the lowest tilt here, 0.5, the radar beam goes over at like 3,000 something feet. As you go up, the further you go away from the center, the higher your altitude is. The further you go from the center, the higher it is no matter what your tilt, but you know, of course, even higher and higher as you increase the tilt. That's your standard radar scans. 0.5 degree tilt, that means 0.5 above the horizon. And we definitely have some more snow headed towards us, some more heavy stuff, and then some freezing rain behind it to the south. Bridgeport right now should have the freezing rain. When snow totals do come in, you will see them pop up here on the screen. When I get to them, I'll try to hover over it and show you what they are. I'm going to be on a flight simulator program here. I might put that in a window like in the corner of my screen. Let me see here. Video capture device, webcam. Let me see what I can do about that. Doesn't seem to want to show my webcam for some funny reason. Oh, there it is, video capture device. Okay, I'm a little too big on here, right? I don't want to see that much of my head. Too much head. Cool thing is I can kind of put myself up in like the upper right corner, for example. I'm not really blocking much. Alright, so that's what I look like. Better without glasses anyway, a little bit. Hardly. I have to go have a cigarette. And then I'm flying my X-plane aircraft here. Yeah, alright. Nice to have company. Sound like an old person. Like an old lady. It's nice to have the company. Sure is nice. Oh man. I'm sorry, I'm disgusting right now, I really am. What is this browser? Yandex. Oh, there's this terrible, terrible internet browser here. Open the file location. It's got to be deleted like right away before it gets any worse. This is not good. Got this freaking virus. I just realized that. I essentially have a virus. I'll be killing it and deleting it like real quick. Watch this. Hold on. It's in there. Right, that's fine. Just kill. Terminate. There it goes. Deleted. Empty recycle bin. Yes. Nice. Is it going to do anything else weird though? Well, let me see here. What you do is you check out your network connections and see like is there anything that shouldn't, yeah, all this crap. Go to process. I think it all died with the browser. Good thing is I can run this as an administrator and then I can kill absolutely any process that needs to be killed. That's speech recognition. Alright, is there anything new? Look by process ID number. These DLL hosts here, I don't know what those are. Open file location. It's just system 32. That can't be bad, can it? I think I'm okay, but I should probably really uninstall this stupid thing I put on here for as a screen recorder. That's the best way to tackle if you have a virus. Just like detect it real quick, kill all the processes, delete it. Don't worry about quarantine and all that stuff. Of course, you have to be able to know what to look for. So you can sit here and learn with me about airplanes, about viruses, while you look at the weather. Don't pirate. It's kind of the answer there. Sort by install date. Do that for me. Okay. Chameleon was it called? It's probably it. Uninstall. Yeah. Come on out. It's like performing an exorcism on the computer. There we go. Successfully removed. See, I don't know if that's got anything weird with it at all. I'm not sure. Oh, see, I got this weird thing. This looks really bad. Unsafe. Uninstall. 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 Oh man, what is all this crap? Oh, I couldn't find the thing to uninstall. It's because I deleted one of them. Okay. Can't find an installer. Well, you know what? Good. I'm glad you can't find it. Hope you can't find any of the files either for the whole thing. Oh, well, no, it has them there. Open file location. No, it's gone. Why is there a Windows installer running now? I'll come back in 2 minutes and take a look at the computer again. So I want to fly from Paris to Amsterdam. Oh man. I feel like I'm out of it today. Yeah, give me TeamViewer. At least I want to have a virus because it's coming from a legitimate corporation. I'm going to turn my volume down here so you don't have to hear me talk to myself. listening on Bradley's air traffic control through my headphones here. So I have 2 sets of headphones on for a little bit. See how they're doing. KBDL approach. Got 4 people listening, that's more than usual. Alright. Should come through here in a second. I bet they got some delays though. Let's see. What do you call it? Flight view. Oh wow. Hey Dad, a bunch of flights coming into Bradley were canceled, everything through 12:12 p.m. It was?
Like 3 hours ago they said 30%.
It's like half of them right now. Like half of the arrivals about, and about like, I don't know, probably like is about half the departures almost too. Ton of them. How's the delay? BDL is just marked as low traffic. Yeah, I have the approach. I have the approach ATC on right now. It's totally silent for a couple of minutes. Didn't hear anything yet. Wow. Switch to another stream here that's tower as well as approach. And then I'll look at ZBW, that's Boston Center. For those of you who are not in the know. Oh, you know what? I might have left this open here. VRC on the PC here. Let me just make sure I did. There it is. What this program does, VRC, now you can see it on the screen, I think, because you can just see whatever I'm looking at. It shows you the VATSIM traffic in detail. If you just want to watch it, like from more of a like a global perspective and just be able to move anywhere, anytime. This is really meant for more of the air traffic controllers, this program. Just go to VATtastic. I don't really know how you spell it, but it's VATtastic. I'm on there all the time. And you can see my real name, I'm sure, on the screen there. It's, Christopher Crapon. So, right now, though, I'm going to be flying Ryanair Flight 860. Oh, that just reminded me. I did not put, I don't think, the new Ryanair livery where it belongs. So, it's ready? I don't know what you said. Can't hear you at all. I'll be out in a little bit to eat. I'm just starting my flight.
You don't want to eat now?
I'm not eating right now. I just want it so I have it like pretty soon.
Just make it now anyway?
If you don't mind, otherwise I'll do it in a little bit. It might be like an hour.
Oh, never mind. I'll just leave the bread in the toaster.
Oh. Oh, that's right. You have to toast it. Okay, so just don't toast it yet. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't mind, but that's right. So, all right, works for me. All right. Okay. Cockpit. All of them that say cockpit, I have to copy here and paste into the Ryanair thing. Is that cockpit as well? Or that's exterior. Okay, that's all. I have these low resolution textures I use for whatever plane I'm using here. That way I get better performance. But I don't know how it's going to be with this team viewer running and recording like my desktop here to stream live on from my laptop. This is a desktop here. It actually belongs to my father, and it's like from a few years going back. I don't know how many years old it is, but it's overclocked to 4.6 gigahertz, the CPU dual core. And it's only got 4 gigs of RAM though. That's the thing, and it only has a 768 megabyte graphics card. Yeah, I guess I'll have to actually reload X-Plane because I just installed the new livery. Didn't think of that, did I? No. So I'm gonna quit. Sorry about that, guys. If anyone is watching this, I don't even know. If you're watching, sorry about that. So we're gonna start X-Plane again. There we go. Okay. In the meantime, so this is going to be Paris to Amsterdam. I have to look at the airport codes and bring up the JetPessen thing, JetView, for LFPG, that's de Gaulle, and for EHAM, which is Amsterdam, Schiphol. So there's 69 charts and 88 charts for de Gaulle. Alright. So one thing is for de Gaulle is that I'm departing via the NURM1L SID. So I'm going to look that up here. NURM1L. I guess it's this one here that's NURMO for runway 8 left or right. NURMO. So I'm going to NURMO. That's assuming though that the winds are still out of basically the north. Let me check that out. Charles de Gaulle Airport weather now. It's 30 degrees Fahrenheit there in Paris. Winds are out of the north. Very good. So I will be using this. And, oh, you know what? I won't be using that because that's a star, not a SID. Huh. Alright, I don't know how that happened. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong document. Here we go. This is it. NURM 1L. Page 31. Can I bookmark that? Oh, but I have to go back to page 31. There's the airport diagram. Now, the Russians speak English. I don't know if the French are going to be doing the same. We will see. If they're even staffed right now. I'm just going to turn my microphone volume down for a little bit. was recording, they use flight levels for altitudes well below 18,000, unlike here in the U.S. Makes it easier. You don't have to keep changing your altimeter. Now, which runway am I going to use? Not sure. So I'm going to look up EHAM weather now. 33 degrees there in Amsterdam. The winds in Amsterdam look like the latest NOAA information says variable. So, and it looks like they've been variable for a while. If they stay variable, I should be able to choose just about any runway. So, EHAM airport diagram. Not sure of the Amsterdam configuration. I know it's a pretty big airport though. I've been there, let's see, twice myself. When I was in my earlier 20s, traveled to the Netherlands a couple of times. Really, really nice place. Probably, well, by far, actually, not probably my favorite country I've ever been to. Definitely. Would like to live there, but can't. Cannot. Unlike our country here in the United States, you know, if you want to live somewhere like Amsterdam, you want to live in the Netherlands, you got to have something to offer them. You can't just move there and expect them to take care of you. In fact, if they find out you've been there too long, they'll just permanently bar you from the country. Doesn't take much. And they have a lot of runways there facing different directions. I see. That's actually the smartest thing you can do from an engineering standpoint and just everything. And I mean, so we got 36 center, 36 left, 36 right. Then there's a 27, a 22, a 6, a 24, just like Bradley has. That's cool. That's cool. I might take 6. We'll see. Pretty sure when we came in, when I was flying to Amsterdam the first time, we just came like directly, because we were coming from the UK. We were over England. And that was something else too, like just flying over the United Kingdom and Ireland and seeing it, like it was so, I had never seen grass that green before. Really amazing, just an incredible view. I think we were probably at like, I don't know what, 15,000 or higher at that point, but I could tell. Really nice view anyway. So here in Connecticut we're getting snow today. I'll switch back to the radar view in a minute here, because I'm trying to cover a couple things at once. It looks like we're getting a different kind of precipitation though in a little bit. It's going to change from snow to whatever this green is. Let me see. I know you can't see what I'm looking at, but it's more dense, so it's going to be rain. The green is rain. Okay. Should be here in... Well, hold on. What tilt am I on? Okay, 0.1. The changeover to rain is coming very soon. The changeover to rain is coming very soon. It'll be freezing rain, I guess, first. And then maybe sleet. Temperature's what? 26, you said? Okay, yeah, 26. So, what we have is we have freezing rain coming in about, say, 20 minutes or less, and then probably a band of sleet after that before we get rain, if we even get it. There's also rotation on Long Island detected. That's a tornado warning, signature warning. We'll see. Let me see if there are any cells coming. Yeah, there's a cell of a sort coming towards us. Oh, okay, I could tell when the rain will get here, actually. 1 second. Let's see. Come on. Don't filter the whatchamadoozies here. Alright, which one is that? It's going north at 15 miles per hour. North at 15. Well, I don't know. I don't see one going north at 15. Huh. Oh, storm speed 74. It's this one here. All right, so the rain should be hitting us. I'll give you a time. Hold on. It should be about in a minute. At 1:38 we should get the rain. About 1:30. Right, but you know it's not. It's a mix. I mean, it's different on the hydrometer classification. It's more like right now we're getting into rain. On the radar itself, it's trying to show more like a freezing rain, so it's probably in between. Otherwise, no rain for another half hour, and we should have sleet. Any new storm reports? 1.7 of snow in Wassaic. None for Connecticut yet, no reports. Alright guys, I'm back here and let's see. Oh boy, 13 frames per second, so I might not be able to use this thing streaming like I thought I could. Let me try turning it off and then seeing what happens, if it makes a difference. I'm just going to say exit team viewer, close all connections, exit. See how that affects my frame rate. Does it go up? Yeah, then it goes up to 20. Alright, so I'll have to use my webcam. Will do. Where's my screen? There it is. There's the monitor. Oh, you're gonna barely be able to even see what the hell I'm doing here, but whatever. 18 frames per second. I can't fly with anything like much under 15. It's very difficult, and everything takes longer, so you know, it's just like too much. Alright. External power's on. And I'm going to connect to X Squawk Box. Make sure I have the right tag for my flight here. It is Ryanair RYR 860. And RYR Ryanair. There we go. And then I have to just tell it to show me who's online. See if anyone is. Okay, so as of now, as far as I know, the only person online is London. I think it's London Center. I see LOW. Not sure who that is, but don't think it's for the Netherlands. Well, oh, that's right. I'm in France. I'm screwed that up. So I'm not sure who LOW Center is. Who the hell is that? Let me see. Oh, it's LOVV Center, actually. Let me just Google it. That's Vine. I guess it's Gatwick is what it is. It's something like, oh, it's Poland. I think it's, nope, wrong again. Okay, it's Austria. That's who that is. So no ATC right now. That's fine. So I just plan my own flight, clear it, and sometimes, often, you're in the middle of taxiing or you're already in the air and suddenly ATC is online, so you have to contact them. They basically force you to send you a private message saying, contact me on this frequency. Alright, so here we go. Get the altimeter for Amsterdam, or I keep thinking I'm in Amsterdam, for Paris. Don't even know where I am, so how am I going to do the flight? This is 3006.
Altitude.
Okay.
Altitude.
I'm going to make my initial climb be 12,000, and I'll follow the star as published. Actually, the C.I.A, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is fly up to, what, how high? 2,000 feet, initial climb. Okay, and what's my altitude here at the airport? They're 380 feet off the ground. That's pretty high for Amsterdam. No, I'm in Paris. Oh, holy crap. Excuse me. Guess I'm having a bad day at work. Winds are 360 at 9. So they're out of the north. I'll be using this a runway that's fairly far from here to depart. That's a little annoying. So here we go. Continue with it'll be 8 right. Oh, 8 right. What I have to do now is turn on some lights. The panel light has to come on here. And so I can see what buttons I'm pressing on the overhead panel, otherwise it's impossible to tell. The battery switch. That's one other thing you gotta do, find the battery. There it is. Right, there's the battery switch. Overhead panel lights are on. And then I just say APU bleed air, and I start the APU. Okay, pitted heat on, emergency lights, no smoking, seat belts. What's the temperature outside? -1, so I'm just going to put on anti-fog right now because I don't have the engine started. Oh boy, then I'm going to put on the IRS align, inertial reference system, and that's going to have me tell the aircraft where it is. I just basically paste that there. And then I go to route, and this is where I start entering my route into this computer here. As the APU starts. NURM1L. Oh no, coming from LFPG, that's France, Paris. France has one airport. LFPG. Oh god, didn't get the first few letters. I was supposed to have been out of here like a little while ago, so hopefully I can stay for the rest of the flight, but I might not be able to. And we're going to EHAM from De Gaulle, as I've said about 10 times. Our flight number is 860. That's my telephone area code from when I was growing up, so it's easy to remember. That's kind of just why I picked it, because everything else is unfamiliar. Alright, first waypoint will be Nurmo. N-U-R-M-O. Next one is Vekin. Then we have F-E-R-D-I. Okay, after Verdi we have Denut. I've used that waypoint before, Denut. It was when flying up in Ireland, I think, or between England and Ireland. Pretty sure. Maybe not, I don't know. And then, so that's it for the waypoint. So then I tell it to activate. And I go to performance. I enter my weight. My cost index will be 10. Cruising altitude will be 30,000, I think. Alright, then I go to takeoff and I enter that the outside air temperature is -1 Celsius. Because that has to do with the takeoff speeds. At this point, what I start doing is starting the engines. because without the engine started, I can't put out my flaps because I have no hydraulic power without the engine. So, start engines to running. Let me just open up those. Start the fuel pumps working. Okay, those are on. We're all set for start. I'm putting my transponder on standby. That's what you can even see what I'm doing because I don't have it aimed the right way, but that's alright. Okay, so that sound basically means that the engines are started. And I just push the fuel levers right and left up, and I change us over to that power right there. The funny thing is, I never put us on APU power. It doesn't matter. Take away the ground power unit, and then my center of gravity is 0. I'm going to be using flaps 11 for the departure. Actually 15. I want to get off the ground before I get out like that fast. So 15 flaps. So I set my trim to 10. I just watch this little indicator here. That's about 10. Let's see.
Brake. Hot lap. Flat. Stabilizer.
That'll be flaps 15.
Brake. Hot lap. Stabilizer.
Okay, stabilizer. Tell me the stabilizer's not at 10. I guess now is it?
Brake. Stabilizer. Brake.
There we go. Alright. You just want the brake warning, nothing else. Now, turning on the exterior anti-collision lights and all that good stuff here. Wing leading edge lights and nose light. Flight director. Making sure that it's got my altitude selected at 2,000 feet. And the climb rate. We're going to go for about 2,300 feet per minute initial. And V1 137. So we're going to rotate it at 141 knots. That's a pretty high VR. So just take up my auto throttle speed right here. Up to 165. I'll give it like 180. I'm going to try to climb with my flaps for a change instead of this thing I usually do where I try to retract the flaps as quick as possible. I don't think I need to do that. Okay. Master caution, the yaw damper is off. So we'll turn on the yaw damper. Just make sure I got it. Where is it here? Yaw damper. There it is. Nope, this one. Okay. Flight attendants, prepare for taxi. And then I just put on my anti-ice, as well as the airfoil anti-ice. And what I'm going to do now is turn off that start system because I don't need that. And I'm going to turn off the APU. That takes a couple minutes to shut down. That's why you still hear it. Alright, at this point I reverse thrust. And I'm going to want to taxi. Alright, I'm lined up for the taxi. I'm me just turn on my TCAS here. There's my TCAS. That shows me any air traffic around me. And we do have one aircraft, it looks like, descending. And hopefully they don't want the runway I'm on, so I'm just going to clear the runway, alright? Let's do that. Oh, whoops. I'm not even on Unicom. Alright, I gotta go to frequency 122.8. There we go. So the French were just yelling at me not to please not spawn my aircraft. Like, don't connect if you have to spawn in the middle of the runway. They weren't yelling at me. They were just saying, "Okay, stop that, please." It's kind of a funny way of phrasing what they were trying to say, but I'm sorry. The French are just kind of funny sometimes. So I'm going to be crossing runway. I don't even know. What is this? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong freaking map again. I need a diagram of Charles de Gaulle. Oh, come on. Freaking phone. Alright. No idea what that is. It's a 555 number. I don't think they exist. 1424. Oh boy, I'm taxiing right around the terminal here. Gotta keep going this way now. There is a lot of traffic around me. I can't believe how many planes are here. Just on the ground. Alright, so we are taxiing via which taxiways? That's all I have to figure out just so I could tell them. I just went by Terminal 1. They actually don't label the taxiways here on this map I'm looking at, which is pretty stupid. Why would you not label them? I don't know. Here's a... no, maybe this one. Yep. Alright, taxiing to Sierra 1. Sorry, CDG traffic. What are all the, it looks like they're all in a big line to take off, which is kind of weird because the winds are... I'm not even detecting winds on my map. Oh, there they are. Yeah, 7 knot winds in a direction which makes taking off to the north, to me, more practical. It looks like they're trying to take off southbound, waiting in this big line. So whichever runway they're using, I got 3 flights, KLM, African something, and another one. I'm going to try to bypass them so I can just be number 1 for takeoff here, because I'm not waiting in line while these guys just sit here. Just figure out where I am, and relative to this map here, it's going to be the 2nd, the 3rd, 1, 2, 3. So I have a ways to taxi. because the winds are 360 at 7, so why would I want to take off? The winds are from the north. Why the hell would I want to take off to the east? They're all lining up to do that, it looks like. Man, the Europeans are so uptight in a lot of ways. You know, you can actually ask a question and get it answered in America on Unicom. In Europe, this is Unicom. It's only for important communications. Well, I'm asking what's the transition altitude, you know? That means, that's kind of a big deal. What's the transition altitude? It's, where do you set your altimeter to 2992? Alright, I'm holding short at Sierra 6, I believe it is. No, it's Sierra 1. Just gotta line myself up a little better here. Here we go. And I'm not going to cross the runway, I'm going to hold short. And then announce that I'm holding short. that guy's climbing, the only guy on my TCAS. Alright, here we are. We're finally just about at the runway we want to be, which is 08 right. Just take a left here. Just look a little better at this map. Make sure I'm not entering the runway right now. No, I got a little ways to go. It's up here. I don't think they like to call themselves CDG. They prefer the 4-letter code, so LFPG. For departure via the NERM 1L.
Do you want this water, Chris, from yesterday?
Yeah, thank you.
You
You
do?
need more water, yeah. As long, I don't think it's, yeah, it's good. Looks like somebody might be coming. I don't know why, like, French people are so, like, jerky sometimes. Like, I was just saying on the unit, like, the Europeans are so protective of their Unicom frequency just for text on this network, you know?
Yeah.
I just asked a simple question. I said, could any kind French person tell me what is the transition altitude? And some French person told me it's 7,000 feet. And some other asshole, though, not other asshole, but an asshole who's probably French or some European chimes in and goes, you know, this is Unicom. Please use your charts. Next time I'm calling a supervisor. Like, get the hell out of here. You know, you're allowed to ask a question. It's not like I'm spamming. In America, you would have no problem asking someone a simple question like that. What's that? I noticed that there are just basically more of them in Europe for some reason. I don't know. I think they take themselves a little too seriously, at least in simulated aviation.
Chris, did you ever see oatmeal?
No. Nope, never did. NERM 1L, I don't even see that. So there's 2L, so that's the latest revision. Alright, well here's the SID I'm using anyway. And is somebody descending coming in? No, that guy's climbing. one of the biggest runways I think I've seen at here in Paris. Let me just aim this a little better this way. Okay, so what they're doing here at Charles de Gaulle is they're using runway 27 right. Is 27 the opposite of 27? I'm trying to think here. Oh, the opposite of 9. I'm using 8. So they're way over there. I don't know what they're doing with that, but that's fine. We're just going to get going here in about a minute. Or less, actually, because I got to clear the runway. Just set my thrust for takeoff. EPR limit. You know what? I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to do EPR limit. Not yet.
Brake.
Just about used up all of our runway, even at Charles de Gaulle. It's pretty crazy. That's something else. Gear up. Auto throttle on. Okay. We're just going to climb a little bit with our flaps out. So I want to go back down to 2,000 feet here. I think we go up to 11,000 on this SID. I just got to check. 2,500 it talks about. What about Nurmo? I don't know. I'm just going to climb. 115. So this thing basically just climbs you to 3,000. That's it. This procedure I'm on here, and I want to go direct to Nirmo at this time. Might be something wrong with my plane. It says the airfoil ice pressure is abnormal, so I'm turning that off. I'm not able to really turn properly. I don't like that. Seems that you know what it is? My flaps. Retract those. Take it up to 250 knots. I need more airspeed to maneuver. Why am I not turning? Is there something wrong with my hydraulics? Those are on. I'm going to start the APU just in case something happens here. I'm not sure what's going on. Not good, not normal. Whatever the hell it is. It's like I don't have hydraulic power, but it's not telling me that I don't. So, oh, I didn't have autopilot on this whole time. I've been flying. Oh man, that's an embarrassment, isn't it? Well, sorry about that. Going up to flight level 200, 20,000 feet. No centers up right now that matters to me, so let me just put the star in that I'm using to descend into Amsterdam. We're going to use Denu 1A. And which runway? Winds are variable. I'll probably try 6. ILS. I guess ILS 36 right. see how far I have about to get there. 83 miles to Veckin. Okay. Plane from the outside. There's Charles de Gaulle back there. Way back there. See it though. Oh, you know what? That's not it. It has parallel runways. Weather looks good. Let me check our weather radar to see what it's doing. Sorry if you can't hear the sounds as well, because I got to turn it down once in a while so I don't drive everybody completely insane in this house. So that's interesting. At a 0.9 degree tilt, it gets a lot weaker. Let's just check the HCA once more. HCA shows that we're under just rain. Climbing 4,000 feet per minute. Check this out. Very, very awkward looking. It's like a 45-degree angle. I'm actually only pitched up by about 8 degrees. Very, very steep climb. They have nice cold air here in Europe, so very good for the climb. I like that. I was flying yesterday and I don't know, whatever day. I think it was yesterday, somewhere where it was a lot warmer, like unusually warm, and compared to what I'm used to lately. And man, you cannot climb as fast in cold air, in warm air. Cold air is a pilot's best friend. So, all right, APU is back on. It's funny. I'm fiddling around with all this stuff. Not even realizing, oh, you know, I didn't even check to see if my autopilot's turned on. That was the whole problem. So, Amsterdam clearance deliveries online, but not tower or anything like that. So that's all right. I don't really care to talk to a tower or a center. I'm fine just flying on my own. I'm actually climbing at 4,500 feet per minute, going to increase to 5,000. Alright, there we go, and not very long till we're at the top of our descent, so I'm gonna just fly, kind of plod along here at Mach 0.62, I think. Let's see, it says to do Mach 0.78. Is that really what it says? 0.78, hold on. 7.5. I'm just gonna do Mach 0.7. Say Mach 0.66. 27. How's that? That won't be super fast, but we have such a tailwind up here. It's a 90 knot tailwind, so no need to go excessively fast. And I have to go have a cigarette, so let me just start my timer here. Good. 5, 6. It's running long. All right. Cheers. It looks like our radar's showing us that we're under some kind of mixed, like sleet kind of precipitation. I think it's freezing rain is this blue, but in terms of whether it's actually freezing, I'm not sure. I'm about to go out and see. second, sorry. How long? Oh yeah, I gotta start my descent. I gotta slow down at least. Let me slow this thing down. Sorry, 1 second. Speed select. Let me just take it down to 200 knots.
Oh yeah, I got some fire here.
Alright, I just have to slow down and then... Oh, I've got another one for you. Here.
But this thing isn't working. This tool, it won't grab onto this one. It only grabs on to the new one, and because there's way too much sticking out on the new one, when you get to that plastic, it goes right in, and then you're gonna grab this with a wrench. Watch out, it's all crazy loose. And then there, it won't come on. You can't go any farther. So this is like it's harder to whack. Oh, I see. Like the thing is now. So you're supposed to. I don't know if this is the wrong one.
No, I don't think so. Probably.
It shows you the picture of our thoughts. Yeah, but you don't want to strip that. Oh, wait, now that thing will go on.
What?
Oh, the tool won't touch this. Yeah, we don't need this. Oh, this thing wants to let it try. Let me see if it does. Yeah. Or use it all the way back. Yeah, but it's not threaded. Is it pulling? Is it pushing it?
No, I think it's threaded. It's just only...
How did I just pull it out?
Well, I pulled it out. You
No, I
pushed...
just pushed it. I mean, it's
The-
not threaded. I couldn't just push
I think it's threaded, but it's out so far.
Okay, so I'll keep turning it. I'm turning it with my hand. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, if you can do it by hand, that's alright, but that...
I don't know if it's coming now.
Alright, well, let me know what happens with it. Minus 33. Is EHAM approach on? EHAM center? Sorry about the confusion. We're doing a little plumbing. My father's doing a plumbing job here, so I had to step away for just a minute. I was having a cigarette mostly. Looks like there's a big layer of clouds here. We wanted to send over to Nut. Be at flight level 281, flight level... Alright, let me put it on VNAV. Oh, we have a little ways. That's 80 miles, so I mean... Yeah, let me just look at the stars. So I'm going to go offline on the stream at this time because there's not much you could see while I'm looking at all this stuff.